Shalom. Call Haloyamla, Yahapwa, Bahasham, Yahawashai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Barakta Yahapwa, Barakta Yahawashai, Barakta Rachakodash. Bahasham, Yahawashai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Shalom, a double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom. To the elders and the Akim and the Aqua, to the hopeful elect. Shalom. Want to go into a quick video, entitled, along the lines of government injecting Ohio wastewater in Texas wells. So, this article came out here like a day or two ago, and the Ohio train wreck derailment, which sent up all those toxins, the dioxin and the cancerous, those toxic cancerous smoke from that oil spill from the fires, right? They came and the fire departments and everything, they came and put out that water, right? I mean, put out that fire, and those toxic waters that they, that proceeded from that, extinguishing of those fires and everything. They are going to transport that to an area near Houston to inject it into the wells to quote unquote dispose of it. Which there's, how the devil when he says, he calls good evil and evil good, bitter sweet and sweet bitter. Let's go ahead and get that real quick. So Isaiah 5:20, because he'll call coming out of the Bible evil, right? And that's why the Most High gonna kill him through righteous judgment. Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. So that's what he's doing by saying he's doing a good humanitarian thing by disposing of this cancerous, deadly, chemical-filled water, right? So we'll read some of this article. I'll leave the link in the description. You can read the whole article for yourself. We'll get some precepts and close out. It says, I am disturbed. Locals alarmed over plan to inject toxic Ohio wastewater underground in Texas. Excuse me. So it says, residents and officials in Harris County, Texas, have expressed alarm since learning that contaminated water used to extinguish a fiery train crash in East Palestine, Ohio, has been transported more than 1,300 miles to a Houston suburb for disposal. Houston's Coalition for Environment, Equity, and Resilience tweeted Thursday, "We are disturbed to learn that that toxic wastewater from East Palestine, Ohio, will be brought to Harris County for disposal." Quote unquote disposal, right? We know it's for destruction of the people. Our county should not be a dumping ground for industry, and that's right. But see, like, that's the thing. People don't understand that the government is in full control of the shadow government, who doesn't care about the citizens over here in America, aka Babylon the Great. Because now they're coming all out. They're going all out now to destroy the masses, and they're letting you know. And this is a clear sign that states what? They're waging war on the people, even their own people. The scriptures say, "He that is evil to himself, to whom shall he be good? He do good." He's killing his own people and harming his own people. So continuing on, it says the Norfolk Southern-owned train that derailed and ignited near the Ohio-Pennsylvania border on February 3rd was carrying vinyl chloride. Wow, it's already been almost a month ago. It says Slacky. Near the Ohio-Pennsylvania border on February 3rd was carrying vinyl chloride and other carcinogenic chemicals. That's very toxic and cancerous stuff. Very deadly. And now they're gonna those same chemicals that infused in that water when the fire was put out. They're gonna transport that and dump it in the deep underground wells over near Houston. Yeah. That's not how you dispose of anything, by merging it with the people's water source, right? That people use for their lives, in their households. After ordering evacuations, authorities released and burned hazardous materials from several tanker cars to avert a catastrophic explosion. Hundreds of thousands of gallons of water used to put out the flames have been collected and trucked to Texas Molecular, a private company in Deer Park that specializes in injecting hazardous waste underground. So it's like a practice, you know. So they're going to inject the waters, and we'll see. You know, we have to keep our eyes, you know, open and stay alert and get the updates and see, and you know, if there's even any more information coming out about this. So you know, they're just directly coming out, and we're seeing that, you know, that this person, this man, he's coming down with great wrath. He's just going full out now, you know, infecting and polluting the people. As there's been reports and there's been people, you know, breaking out information that this was a, you know, planned and orchestrated train derailment, which, you know, polluted and infected people out there in Ohio. And then now they about to inject the waters in Texas over there near Houston in a suburb over there. So you know, this man is the devil the Bible speaks of. You know, his desire is death and hell, and these kind of actions is not lending itself to life, right? But he's putting in danger people's lives. So Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, that goes to his philosophies. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. And we know that he's the most proud man on the earth, and he's always in everybody else's borders, taking their colonizing the earth, and then calling himself by the names of the original inhabitants of that land. Excuse me. That's why they have a thing called $5 Indian, where they pay $5 back, and then they took on the identity of the Native American Indians, so-called, which are the Northern Kingdom tribes, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death. See, the train crash, the smoke polluting the people, everyone having to evacuating people getting sick, and then now, you know, as his death, and then now he's injecting that same water, the same chemicals that was in that air, that's in that was in the water that they used to put out that fire and flame. Going to inject that in the waters in Texas over here in near Houston. So now it's goes to show, you know, this man does not care about life. He only wants to kill, steal, and destroy. He's as death. He's the border of wickedness. Malachi 1 and 4, and cannot be satisfied. He's not satisfied with everything that he has. He can only, scriptures say, you know, he cannot sleep unless he causes the ones to fall. And that's what he's doing every day, devising iniquity upon their beds. And in the morning, when the day, you know, in the morning, he executed those evil, wicked, sinister plans like he's doing right now to inject the waters in the underground wells over here. In I say over here, but over. I'm in Texas, over in near Houston. But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So that's Babylon the Great, because everyone, this is the great melting pot over here in America, Babylon the Great. So Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets. This is going to the end times right now, and you know when the Messiah returned, the Salakia. All right, Salakia. So I had a surprise like inspection here, real quick. Just came over to the apartment, but yeah. So I try to pick up where I had left off. Um, Okay, yeah. So right here in Revelations chapter 11, verse 18, it reads, "And that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name." So that goes into the elect, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth, because that's what's going on. Injecting hazardous waste materials and chemicals that's toxic and cancerous, right, in the people's water supply and water source. That's not going to be a disposal. They're just getting rid of it off, from on the surface to beneath the surface. That's going to infect nearby citizens more than likely, right? So, this man, his time is almost up, and he's just going full out now. Psalms 105 and 15, saying, "Touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm." The anointed and the prophets goes into the elect. So, this is going to be the worst times in the history of mankind, because the worst, most evil, wicked, degenerate man is ruling the earth. Esau, Edom. So when it happens, it's so when that happens, um, he's coming down with great wrath, because that he's in the feet, and he's in the feet of his rulership of that statue, and that prophetic statue of the different metals, the feet of iron mixed with miry clay, and then a stone graven without hands is going to destroy it. That's the Messiah Yahushua in his return. Is about to return and destroy Esau, Edom, here in Babylon the Great, and throughout the four corners where he ruled. And so, but the anointed, the elect, the body of Yahushua will not be harmed. So, don't fear and worry about the times to come. It's concerning hearing these things, but just have the faith and know. Remember Daniel and the three holy children, Meshach, and Abednego. I can't remember. Shamdra, Salaki. I don't want to butcher it, but they got thrown into the fiery furnace, and the fire did not touch them. They turned up the furnace to the hottest temperature that they can get it, and they were not harmed, because the Son of Man, Yahushua was in the flame, protecting them right there with them. As it said, it was a fourth man, looked like the Son of Man. So we know the Son of Man is one of the names of the Messiah, Yahushua. So, our guardian angels will protect us through this all, right? So never fear and fret, because we have our guardian angels. Lord willing, we're of that number of the elect. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, Esau, Edom, the so-called white race, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. His rulership is almost over. The scriptures say, the triumphing of the wicked is short. It's but for a moment. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Jeremiah 30 and 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So the Most High is always letting the remnant, the elect, know that they'll be protected and shielded. And just remember all the times that the Israelites were saved. These records was written for our records to see and for comfort. And so we'll finish at Romans 15 and 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. Because this is our hope. This is our comfort. We lean upon the scriptures. This is our only comfort, and the greatest thing we can have is the knowledge of what happened, what the Most High did for the righteous that were crying out and doing the right thing, sowing to the Spirit, praying for forgiveness and keeping the commandments to the best of their ability, having the faith in the Most High and Yahushua, and following Yahushua whithersoever he goes, right? And then you see the accounts of the men as the Most High, David, a man that was after the Most High's own heart. He he blessed David's feet, and his hands, whatever he did, and blessed him whithersoever he went, and whithersoever he goes, he went. So, and the new and the house and the body of David, I mean the house of David, which is the elect, which is the body of the Messiah, Yahweh Shai, right? So if the Most High preserved David whithersoever he went, and he was successful everywhere he went, and all that he did, well, the house of David, which is the 1/3 that's getting built back up, which is the 1/3 elect, that's the body of Yahweh Shai. The house of David is going to be preserved again in these perilous times. So you'll never fear and don't fret. Know the Most High will protect you through it all. He's not going to allow the serpent, the devil the Bible speaks of, Esau, Edom, so-called white race, destroy us, right? So with that being said, I hope this video is edifying. So next video I say, Shalom.